Well, hello there, everybody. It is I, Brent Simon, and here is another episode of Night Owl Film Discussions. This time I will be discussing the film-related news for the past week from June 29th to July 5th, which was just ended yesterday. Oh, I better put this down so you can hear me better. So without further ado, here we go. All right. I know I just did a show on the news that was just over the past month of June, and a couple of these stories were from June because we had 2 days of June this week, but I didn't include these couple of news bits in last month's review, so it's not retreading old water, as I guess they do say. Anyways, the first bit of news I'd like to talk about is there was a trailer release for the new film called The Skeleton Twins, and the movie. This is a movie that stars Kristen, Wiig, but on June 30th, Sunday, June 30th, last Sunday, they released a trailer, and it's pretty funny. I must say, I thought it looked pretty good. I like when they sing the Heart song, and if you haven't checked it out, if you haven't seen the Skeleton Twins, I have it on my Facebook wall. Of course, not everybody watching this YouTube show has my Facebook page, so you should go to the webpage, themoviebox.net, and it should have the Skeleton Twins trailer on there. Check it out. It stars Kristen Wiig, Bill Hader. Hold on a second. My computer is extremely slow, and it's probably because I'm doing this video at the same time. Let's see. Okay. The new film, Foxcatcher, that's coming out. I think it's coming out in November or October. I can't really remember right now, but I will tell you in a second when computer stuff's being slow and shows me the page. But anyways, I'll talk about what it is. This new movie called Foxcatcher with Steve Carell and Channing Tatum. But it's based on a real life story about this wrestling coach. Steve Carell plays the wrestling coach. Anyways, they just released on June 30th. They released a new poster, and it featured Channing Tatum on the poster. So that was a bit of news that I liked from that day. Anyways, hold on one second while this page loads. It's really slow. Next time, if I do something like this, I'll have this all typed out, my thoughts typed out, so it's not relying on an internet page load to look at my news. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, it opens November 14th. This November 14th of this year. And also Mark Ruffalo, Sienna Miller, Vanessa Redgrave, Anthony Michael Hall are in the film. It's directed by Bennett Miller. And Channing Tatum plays Mark Schultz. And Steve Carell plays John. All right. Moving on. That was, okay, sorry. Apologize. I didn't expect the computer to be this slow. But again, I think it's because I have the Google Hangout app or whatever video thing that's playing right now, recording this, and then I'm trying to look at web pages at the same time. All right. Also on June 30th, there was a bit of movie news about Bryan Singer. He released a script image of the next X-Men movie called X-Men Apocalypse, and it teases the Four Horsemen in it. And he did it on Instagram. He showcased the first page of X-Men Apocalypse treatment, which featured the Four Horsemen on the Nile. So that was kind of cool. If you haven't looked at that, check out Bryan Singer's Instagram page, and he'll show you. You can see the first page treatment of X-Men Apocalypse. Okay. Now, I think that was all for June. June 30, 29th, and 30th, I think that was... Oh, never mind. June 29th was Sunday. June 30th was Monday. So, that was all from Monday that I just talked about. Okay. Now into July. There's a new movie starring Bill Murray and Melissa McCarthy. It's called Saint Vincent, and they released a trailer for that, and it looked pretty good. Let me see what day it was released as this page loads up. It's seriously like a turtle's pace of load on this page. Anyways, any day I'll be able to talk about it. Just any day. July 1st, this bit of news really. Sorry that took like a year to announce. Anyways, yeah, July 1st, Tuesday, they released the trailer for St. Vincent. Again, if you haven't seen it, go to themoviebox.net, check it out, or wherever else, or if you have another preferred movie trailer viewing site, it's probably on there, so check it out there. Looks pretty good, I must say. Bit of news. Director Richard Linklater, he's been directing this film called Boyhood. And he's been doing it over the past 12 years. He started he cast this young boy, and the story revolves around this character. And then he's been filming it over the past 12 years with the same cast and crew, and showed the growth of this character through the years, and used the same actor. So you could totally see these people grow up, or age 12 years in this film in real life. Well, I guess we don't get to see it like in real life live, but you know what I mean. So that's a pretty interesting story. But they released a featurette for it on July 1st, and the featurette highlights director Richard Linklater's 12-year journey while he made this film. So check that out if you. I haven't actually watched the featurette. I should have. Then I would have more information about it, but I haven't, and I apologize. Okay, next. Enchanted 2 moves forward with the Smurfs 2 writers. Okay, I want to back up that last statement because I didn't really read that fully and just kind of eliminate the last part of that, because that, the Smurfs 2 writers, well, now I'm going to focus on that. The Smurfs 2 writers I'm not excited about, but the Enchanted 2 part moves forward. I didn't even know they were going to make a sequel to this film, to that film, Enchanted. But now I guess they are, and that's pretty cool. I thought the first was pretty good. It was a little delightful Disney film that kind of combined the it combined the animated Disney film kind of feel, and then brought it into real life with Amy Adams playing the main character, and I thought she did a great job. And yeah, and it, at least what I think they're going for, they're trying to have the classic Disney feel. I think they brought that to that film. They even hired the composer Alan Menken, who did the scores for The Little Mermaid, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, and Pocahontas. And I think he may have done another one of those as well. But they hired him to do it, so it kind of has that kind of feel in those type of films. The late 80s, early 90s Disney animated films, I think. Horrible Bosses 2 had a trailer release. I think they released it exclusively with the film Tammy that was just released into theaters on Wednesday or Tuesday night, if you caught that showing, like I did. In fact, I was going to talk about that earlier, but I didn't. I forgot to. Yeah, I saw the movie Tammy on Tuesday at 8 o'clock down at the Cinemark 17 in Springfield, and it was pretty funny. I liked it a lot. I like Melissa McCarthy. I've liked her since I saw her in the Gilmore Girls. That's the first thing I became familiar with her in, and now she's this comedy superstar, it seems, and because of the movie Bridesmaids. And anyways, if you haven't seen Tammy, check it out. I think it's, if you like Melissa McCarthy, and it's kind of like a like a dysfunctional family kind of comedy, really, but it's pretty funny. I wouldn't say like I laughed a huge ton through the film, but it has a nice feeling to it, like overall. Just a warm feeling to it while you're watching it. Yeah, so like I didn't think, oh my God, that was a hilarious film, but it was it was a funny film, I thought. I don't remember laughing out loud, but did find it funny. And I do find her funny, and Susan Sarandon, Kathy Bates were in it, and they're always good. And so, it was good. It's a good film. And before that, I actually that same day, which was Tuesday, July 1st, I went and saw the film Obvious Child at the Bijou Metro down in Eugene, and that was a good film too. Um, it stars comedian Jenny Slate in her first like starring feature film, and it was a nice little independent film, and I liked it a lot. Um, I don't know, it was kind of dealt with more real, relatable topics than your normal movies like Tammy or whatever, but so it was a nice little juxtaposition. I don't know that word. It was a nice comparison of films between Obvious Child and Tammy, two female comedian-driven films, and one was more like Hollywood made, and one was more, independent made. And I liked them both, and I don't know, it's a nice little difference in feel and flavor there in one day for me. Anyways, a Horrible Bosses 2 teaser trailer was released with Tammy, and it is online, and you could have saw it as early as July 1st, Tuesday. So there you go. All right, this computer. I already mentioned this before. This computer is slower than I expected. So I'm just going to talk about those last few things without even opening the pages, because I can see what they are in my bookmark manager. I note that what they are. The Expendables 3 officially is rated PG-13. The first two were rated R. And new ones are being rated PG-13. How do I feel about that? Well, I don't know. I think the first one more than the second one. I don't remember the second one being this way, but the first one I remember had kind of like a gore aspect to it. You saw like exploding heads and blood and all this stuff, and I don't remember that per se in the second film as much. I know there's violence, but I don't know if it was as extreme as the first Expendables. So I feel like that is kind of almost a part of the series, but so that won't be in the third one now. It'll be missing if that's something that you expect and liked and wanted from the first two. That won't be there now. So I don't know. It'll probably have the same amount of action and violence. It just won't show blood and gore. So I don't think it's going to affect it that much, other than you won't get to see that graphic violence. So I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of indifferent on it. I wish they would have just did the R and the graphic violence gore, but whatever. I'll still see it and probably still enjoy it. I thought the first one was going to be really, really over the top, like the latest Rambo, because Stallone directed Rambo, and then he directed the first Expendables film, and the last Rambo, which was Rambo 4, was pretty graphic, violent, and I thought the story of the Expendables was going to be a little better than it was, but I just kind of found it mediocre, and I felt the second one upped it a notch and made it more comedic, and which I liked. And I hear this third one is not going to be as comedic, so that kind of gets me a little skeptical on this. But I'll see it. I'll give it a chance. All right. Speaking of Foxcatcher earlier, that Foxcatcher movie, they did release a second trailer, and it featured just as it did in the poster where it featured Channing Tatum's character on the poster. The trailer featured more of his character as well, and that was released. But the poster was released late June of this week, and the trailer was released in July, so I didn't put them together, those news together. Insidious Chapter 3 moves to summer 2015. It originally was going to be released in April of 2015, but now they move it to May of 2015, so it's not that important, but I am a fan, or at least interested in the Insidious film, so I'm going to mention that, a little bit of news about it. They released a new picture of Superman in the upcoming film Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. They released a picture of Henry Cavill in the new Superman costume for that film. There's a few slight differences from the costume in Man of Steel that I noticed, and I think it looks better. I think it's an improvement over the costume of the first film. I like the costume in the first film in Man of Steel, but I like the updates. New costume. I think it looks nice. It looks good. So, anyways, if they released a picture of that, so if you haven't seen it, check it out. I'm sure you have to do is get on Google and type in, Superman revealed, or Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, Superman pick, or Henry Cavill in Superman costume, and you'll find it. Anyways, next, The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies, which is the third film in the Hobbit trilogy. Peter Jackson went on, I think it was Facebook, and announced that the teaser trailer is coming soon for that film, which I thought it would come out in June, because the second film, the last film, The Desolation of Smaug, that trailer was actually released in June last year, like early June, and so I was expecting the trailer, the teaser trailer that is, was released in June, and then the official longer trailer with the effects and stuff added to it was released in October last year. And he did announce that the actual trailer for the new Hobbit film, The Battle of the Five Armies, would be released in October, as the first two were. But he did say a teaser trailer is coming soon, so that's cool. That's something to look forward to, for me at least. And if you are a fan of the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings films, then probably for you too. What else do I want to say about that? But yeah, I like I said, I was expecting it in June. I was expecting a teaser poster release in June, because that was what happened with last year with The Desolation of Smaug. They released a teaser poster and a teaser trailer in June last year, but it didn't happen this June. So expect that at some point. I think I'm assuming it will be sometime this month that they'll release the teaser trailer and a teaser poster, hopefully too. So looking forward to that. I hope that comes soon. And I'm also looking forward to going back to the Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Now that they've released a picture of Superman, Henry Cavill, in the new Superman costume, I'm hoping that they will also release pictures of Gal Gadot in her Wonder Woman costume, and a picture of Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. Hopefully we get to see what they look like. Though, the film is not going to be released till May of 2016, so they might take their time and release those pictures, throughout the next 2 years, instead of like right away. Although Comic-Con is coming up at the end of this month, so they could release those pictures when that happens. So I don't know. We'll see. David Fincher's Gone Girl. They released a new poster for that, and it announces a new trailer will be coming on July 7th. So that's tomorrow. That's something to look forward to if you're a fan of David Fincher films. His new film Gone Girl, I think it comes out in October, but and it stars Ben Affleck and what's her name, Rosamund Pike, I believe her name is. And anyways, they announced, I guess, via this poster. I haven't seen the poster yet. I just liked the bit of news, and I wanted to talk about it. But they on the poster, I guess, it announces that the trailer will be released tomorrow, July 7th. So that's something to look forward to. Okay, that's all I had. I expected this video to be a lot shorter than it was, but due to the slow snail crawl pace of my computer that I'm using, probably again due to this this Google Plus thing that I'm using to record this. I'm not blaming it on Google Plus. I'm just saying that it's probably taking more of the bandwidth of the internet than it's probably using more of the bandwidth than it's probably hogging it. I'm saying. And I'm not blaming the app. I'm just saying this computer is slow anyways, so it's using all of its power. You know what I mean, and I hope I explained that correct. I hope I explained that in a understandable way. Here. Oh, by the way, Friday was. I have to look at the calendar. Friday was Independence Day, July 4th, and I still wearing my Captain America shirt, and that's how I celebrate the holiday, with my Captain America shirt and my Captain America cup. Cheers, big ears.